Hi, this is Ankur.
Encore, this is Greg Rand from Renter's Warehouse. How are you?
Hi, Greg. How are you?
Great, great. Thanks for putting your phone number in and being willing to come on and talk to us. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Nashville, Tennessee, and I have two properties with Renter's Warehouse, and I'm so happy with the service.
That's great. I'm looking for Nashville. So how long ago did you start investing in Nashville?
About 2-3 years.
So you won, right? Nashville's been doing real well. I've actually got it on the screen in about 2 seconds here. So let me blow it up on the screen so everybody can see it. Yeah, Nashville is another one of those rocking southern cities that's attracting people from all over the place. If you look at the green line here, you can see that it really took off. You caught it right sort of in its trajectory upward. It is above its trend line right now. So the question is, what's going to happen next? What we're sensing is that your general question, what I think of Nashville, or is it something specific?
I'm looking for like a Franklin area.
And that's nearby? Is that a suburb of Nashville?
It is.
What county is it in?
It's in Williamson County.
Williamson County, cool. So I've got Davidson County on the screen here, and because we've got people watching live, I don't want to take the time to go in there. Maybe Andrew can pull something together and let me know. I can pull it up on the screen for what it was. Which county again?
It is Williamson.
Williamson County. So we'll see if we can get that together for you and show it to you on the screen. Yeah, one of the things I was saying earlier is that when you see a market like Nashville that popped, or like Denver that popped already, is there anything else nearby that is similar fundamentals, but maybe a little bit further back chronologically in its explosion? Like the market is doing so well, but it hasn't gotten there yet. Tell me about Williamson County. Is it really close? Give me some background on it.
So you're asking me?
Yes.
Okay, so Williamson County is one of the really good suburbs, well known for its schools.
And this, how far out of downtown Nashville is that?
It is about, I would say, 30 minutes out of downtown.
Okay, good. So it's on the outside ring, kind of.
Right. There's a Cool Springs area. There's a gallery there, and lots of new offices that are coming up. That has been big companies like CHS and MedHost and HealthStream and others.
So you're seeing jobs coming in. Do you have a sense of what the reason is why those companies are coming in? Is it general Nashville migration, or is there some anchor there? No pun intended on your name, Ankur. Is there an anchor going on? Is there an anchor in that market where companies are coming to try to be close to?
Right. So here, let me rephrase my question then. So just like Texas and Nashville has seen like a lot of inbound from other states. And I wanted to know if that trend of incoming traffic is on the rise, or it has started to mellow down. What does the real estate market look like out there? Is it time to sell, or should I hold on?
That's my favorite question. So first of all, what's interesting about migration to cities like Nashville and Charlotte and cities in Texas is that when the economy is doing well and companies are expanding, they tend to go look where they can expand. They want to do it cheaply, but they have the courage to expand because the business is doing well. So they expand and they go to places like Nashville to expand. If the economy turns, people and companies want to get out of expensive places like New York or California, and they want to get into places that are lower costs. And so there's a recession-proof nature to some of these southern markets, because no matter which way it goes, they become popular. When money's flush, people want to expand, go down there. When money's tight, they want to shut down the expensive operations up in the Northeast and make their way down to some place where it's more cost-effective, both businesses and people. So that migration trend is like a glacier. It's not going anywhere, okay? It's going to keep going. It's going to get to a point where second cities, like I have Chattanooga in mind. Chattanooga is another Tennessee city that hasn't caught on yet. Okay, it's catching on. It's really getting very, very popular. But if you look at the chart on the screen here, you can see that Chattanooga barely registered the housing boom and bust, just a flat line for almost 10 years, and now it's starting to pop. Okay, and that's an indicator that Nashville may be getting a little more expensive, so Chattanooga becomes not at the expense of Nashville, but Chattanooga becomes the next Nashville, so to speak. From the standpoint of the market itself, if I were you, I would never sell anything. Okay, and I say that everybody should understand that my company lives and breathes on people buying and selling property, but I don't think anybody should ever sell. So 25 years from now, I guarantee you'll wish you had kept it if you can. Now, if you're going to take the money out and then move it someplace else and buy something else because you're trying to be dynamic and strategic about your investment strategy, well, that's great. Stay in the real estate market. There's no indication that we're heading into any kind of a housing recession right now. And that's an important point. I'm going to pull something else up I know I have in this slideshow. These are the kind of stories you see on the screen now that have been prolific in the media in the last year. And they're nonsense. And I'm not saying that because it's my opinion versus theirs. Here's one. Experts predict. They had a survey of something like 100 economists. So experts. I'm not an economist. They predict recession will hit in 2020. And they put economic crisis across the top of the story. That's unfortunate. That's not even a real newspaper story. It's just a piece of stock art that had put the word economic crisis, the words economic crisis up. And then you see experts predict next recession. But here's the problem. In the same subheading, it says nearly half of the experts surveyed said they expected a recession. Well, what does that mean, Ankur, when nearly half of the experts said one thing?
They're even out.
And it means that more than half said something different. Right? So for whatever reason, and I'm not going to try to ascribe the motivation to do this, they took a survey and a smaller share of people said there'd be a recession. A larger share said there wouldn't be. And they ran the story that experts predict. So they found some experts that predicted it, even though more experts predicted there wouldn't be a recession in 2020. That gave rise to stories like this. Here's a story in the Business Insider. Americans stopped buying homes in 2018. That's not true. They've got an image on the screen here of a building collapsing, obviously trying to conjure up an image of a real estate collapse. It's really irresponsible. And what I want to make sure that anybody who can hear my voice knows is that you can't trust what you get from media when it comes to the housing market. You just can't trust it. These stories are wonderful examples. If you did a Google search for Zillow Recession 2020, you'll see 40 pages of results. Every media outlet in the world ran that story, and that story, again, says it right in their own subheading. That story was based upon a preconceived conclusion that their research did not support, and yet they ran the story anyway. So people are trying to figure out, is now the time to sell, and they're being impacted by stories like this. So when you're looking to invest, learn how to read the stats yourself. Find what sources you can identify that are reliable, right? Like I'm the guy who, if I see the market going poorly, I'm going to tell you, all right? It's important to me to be right. I've had a good track record of being right. And if I see something on the horizon that says it is time to get out, even if it's against my best interest, I'm going to tell everybody what I think, okay? So you can follow me. You can decide if you think that there are folks who will say, like when I ran a story like this on LinkedIn, people said, oh, you always think everything's going to be good. Well, I don't always think things are going to be good. I think they're going to be good for the foreseeable future because I know how to read the data. And I definitely don't believe people who look to try to create sensationalized nonsense like this. So don't sell if you think it's because the market's going to crash, because it's not.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.